In the beginning, before time itself, there was nothing, no earth, no sky, no sun, no stars, just an endless void of darkness. But God was there, and from the silence he spoke, and his voice echoed through the emptiness. "Let there be light," he commanded. And suddenly, light burst forth, piercing the darkness and illuminating the void. God separated the light from the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. This was the first day. On the second day, God looked upon the formless waters and said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." And so, God created the sky, a vast expanse stretching above the earth, separating the waters below from the waters above. God called this expanse sky. The blue heavens were born, filled with light and air, a majestic canopy over the earth. On the third day, God spoke again, and the waters under the sky gathered into one place, allowing dry ground to appear. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. Then God commanded the land to produce vegetation, plants bearing seeds and trees bearing fruit. And the earth responded, bringing forth a tapestry of greenery, from towering trees to tiny flowers, carpeting the land with life. On the fourth day, God created lights to govern the day and the night. He made the sun to rule the day, a radiant orb that filled the earth with warmth and light. And he made the moon to rule the night, casting a gentle glow over the land. He also created the stars, countless tiny lights scattered across the night sky, shining like diamonds in the heavens. And God saw that it was good. On the fifth day, God said, "Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the sky." And so, the seas were filled with a multitude of creatures, fish of all shapes and sizes, great sea monsters, and tiny sea plants. The sky above was filled with birds of every kind, from the smallest sparrow to the mightiest eagle, their songs echoing across the land. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." On the sixth day, God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, creatures that move along the ground, and wild animals, each according to its kind." And so, God created every animal that roams the earth, the mighty lion, the gentle deer, the playful rabbit, and the towering elephant. Each creature was unique, created with purpose, and God saw that it was good. But God was not yet finished. He said, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God formed man from the dust of the earth and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. God called him Adam, and he placed him in the Garden of Eden to live and care for his creation. But God saw that it was not good for man to be alone, so he decided to make a helper suitable for him. God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep, and while he was sleeping, God took one of his ribs and closed up the place with flesh. From the rib, God created a woman and brought her to Adam. When Adam saw her, he said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. Together they were to care for the earth and live in harmony with each other and with God." God placed Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, a paradise filled with every kind of tree and plant that was pleasing to the eye and good for food. A river flowed through the garden, watering the trees and dividing into 4 branches. God commanded them, saying, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die." Adam and Eve lived in perfect harmony with each other, with the animals, and with God, who walked with them in the garden. On the 7th day, God had finished the work he had been doing, so he rested from all his work. God blessed the 7th day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. The creation was complete, a masterpiece of beauty, order, and life. The heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. It was a day of peace, a day of reflection, a day to remember the goodness and power of God, who created all things for His glory and for His creatures to enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fun songs as well as interesting and enjoyable stories.